Hi everyone and welcome to a very special Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. Thanks for joining us. Today we have teamed up with our incredible sponsors at Gordon's as we look to bring you the ultimate pub quiz perfect for your virtual office parties and get together with friends to help you stop and enjoy some festive fun. Just because this year has meant that we can't see each other face to face doesn't mean that it's going to stop us having fun. So get your friends and workmates together on Zoom or on WhatsApp or whatever it might be. Get them together for today's short 30-question quiz, perfect for just dropping into your Christmas parties. But before we do that, let's get a nice drink in our hands. I was lucky enough to be able to create the perfect Gordon's Fizz this week, and this is how I did it. So let's start off with the ingredients that you'll need for the perfect Gordon's Gin Fizz. You'll need the elderflower cordial, you'll need to grab yourself some Prosecco, a glass full of ice, the main ingredient, the main one, Gordon's Gin. You'll need some lemonade to go with this, and of course you'll need some limes. Also make sure you've got a 25ml and a 50ml measurer and a stirrer as well. So first things first, we need to add our Gordon's Gin. What we need with there is 50ml measured out in our jigger that we've got and straight into the glass. Next we'll need to put in the elderflower to bring out that beautiful flowery tone of the Gordon's Gin with the juniper berries. 25ml here, flip the jigger over and make sure we've got it in. Perfect. Is add yourselves 50ml of Prosecco, grab your jigger or your measure and make sure you add 50ml into the glass. Remember, watch those bubbles. Next we need to add some lemonade, 75ml. Now with the double jigger I've got 50ml on the top and 25 underneath. There's the 50, and let's put 25 in the top, whoops, and there's your 25. And that's your lemonade. And of course we need some limes. A couple of wedges will do me, I think. There we go. Excellent. Let's have 2 wedges of lime in there. There's 1. There's 2. And I think what we need to do is give it a bit of a stir. Let's make sure it's all mixed in absolutely beautifully. And that is how to produce the perfect Gordon's Gin Fizz. The perfect fizz to celebrate with all year round. So there we go. So now you've got a drink in your hand and you're all settled and you're ready to go. I've got 30 questions in front of us. All you need to do is grab yourself some pen and paper, write down the answers to them. It's 30 questions over 3 rounds. Write down the answers and that's it. We'll give you the answers at the end of the video. Give you an opportunity to pause so that you can put together, so you can have some thinking time in the middle, especially if you're going up against that person who's there on your Zoom chat and you really want to beat them. So we'll give you advance warning before we give you the answers so you can agree to pause the video and have some time there. But other than that, let's have some fun. 30 questions, all sort of themed around the time of year and some of the great things that have happened in 2020. Here we go. So we start then with a picture round for you. 10 pictures for you to get stuck into. Here's number 1. So question 1. Which country donates this tree every year to the UK? So which country donates this tree every year to the UK? Question number 2. Name the plant pictured here. So name the plant pictured here. Number 3, name the picture from this city. So name the picture from this city. Question number 4. Who is this man? So who is this man for number 4? Question number 5. Name the UK town pictured here. So name the UK town pictured here. Question number 6. Name the plant pictured here. So name the plant pictured here. Question number 7. Name the app. So question number 7. Name the app. Question number 8. Name the island. So name the island for number 8. Question number 9. Who played Scrooge? Pictured here. So who played Scrooge? Who's pictured here. And finally, number 10. What is this? So number 10. What is this? Round 2 is all on 2020. Now, we're not going to mention the C word or the L word or the T word. None of that. This is all about some of the other things that have happened in 2020. Here we go. So question number 1. Which aircraft completed the fastest ever subsonic flight between Heathrow and New York in February 2020? So which aircraft completed the fastest ever subsonic flight between Heathrow and New York in February 2020? Question number 2. Which pound notes replacement entered circulation in February 2020? So which pound note replacement entered circulation in February 2020? Question 3. The government confirmed in February it had started a feasibility study looking at building a bridge between Scotland and where? So the government confirmed in February it had started a feasibility study looking at building a bridge between Scotland and where? Number 4, which company announced in July that they will no longer be printing their iconic catalogue? So which company announced in July that they will no longer be printing their iconic catalogue? Question number 5, who was or who is still regarded as the nation's PE teacher? So who was or still is regarded as the nation's PE teacher? Number 6, which team won their first ever Premier League title in June? So which team won their first ever Premier League title in June? Number 7, what is the name given to the new rail network that construction officially started in September? So what is the name given to the new rail network that construction officially started on in September? Question number 8, who secured a record equaling 7th Formula One title in November? So who secured a record equaling 7th Formula One title in November? Number 9, Sony PlayStation launched their next generation console in November, but what was its name? So PlayStation launched their next generation console in November, but what was its name? And finally for this round, number 10, who was knighted in May at a special ceremony held by the Queen? So who was knighted in May at a special ceremony held by the Queen? So your final round then for this specialist quiz is Christmas entertainment. 10 questions. Here we go. Question number 1. 1957 saw the first ever televised what on Christmas Day? So 1957 saw the first ever televised what on Christmas Day? Question number 2. What do Queen, Mr. Blobby, Ed Sheeran and Lad Baby all have in common? So what do Queen, Mr. Blobby, Ed Sheeran and Lad Baby all have in common? Question number 3. Lost in New York is the tagline to which Christmas movie? So Lost in New York is the tagline to which Christmas movie? Number 4, the most watched UK TV programme of all time was 25th of December 1986, when who served divorce papers to Angie? So the most watched UK TV programme of all time was 25th of December 1986, when who served divorce papers to Angie? Question number 5. There's No One Quite Like Grandma was a Christmas number 1 for whom in 1980? There's No One Quite Like Grandma was a Christmas number 1 for whom in 1980? Number 6. Complete the Christmas movie title Miracle on where? Or what? Or who? Complete the Christmas movie title Miracle on... Question number 7. Which channel broadcasted the alternative Queen's Speech? So which channel broadcasted the alternative Queen's Speech? Question number 8. What did Mariah Carey want for Christmas, according to the song? So what did Mariah Carey want for Christmas, according to the song? Number 9. Who recorded Do They Know It's Christmas? So who recorded Do They Know It's Christmas? And your final question then, number 10. The Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned. They're all Christmas TV shows by whom? So The Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, and Voyage of the Damned are all Christmas TV shows by whom? So there you have it. That is your 30 questions for this very special edition of Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz, sponsored by Gordon's, as we look to create the best workplace virtual quiz. So you might have 30 answers, you might still be thinking about them, but you're thinking, what do I do? This is pre-recorded. I've got all my workmates here to my left on Zoom. What do we do? Well, all you need to do is pause the video in just a second and I'll tell you when, and then when we come back, we'll go through the answers. So if you need a bit more time, if you want to think about your answers, if you want to have a look at making sure that you think you might beat that person there or there, pause the video now. Okay, and welcome back. So hopefully you now have a full sheet of paper in front of you with 30 answers, and you're confident you're going to get 30 out of 30 and you're going to beat the person who's on your WhatsApp video call or your Microsoft Teams or your Zoom. So let's find out then. How many did you get right? Let's give you some answers. Okay, so we started off with your picture round, then we had 10 pictures. Let's see how you did. Number 1, which country donates this tree to the UK every year? It is Norway, and it sits proudly in Trafalgar Square. Number 2, name the plant that is a poinsettia, very popular around this time of year. Number 3, name the city. Well, that is from the Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York, so that's what tends to kick off the holiday season there. Question number 4, who is this? That is Michael Bublé. Question number 5, name the UK town. That is Blackpool and their illuminations. Now they run from September to generally for 66 days until about November. Number 6, name the plant. That is mistletoe. And we all know what happens when you get under the mistletoe. Question number 7, name the app. That's TikTok. Question number 8, name the island. Well, it's a festively named one. It's Christmas Island. Number 9, who played Scrooge? Pictured there, it was Michael Caine. Played Scrooge in the Muppet Christmas Carol. And finally, number 10, what is this? It is, of course, Christmas pudding. Round 2 then was all about 2020 and some of the other things that happened this year. We started with number 1. Which aircraft completed the fastest ever subsonic flight between Heathrow and New York in February 2020? It was a Boeing 747. Number 2, which pound note replacement entered circulation in February 2020? It was the £20 note. Number 3, the government confirmed in February it had started a feasibility study looking at building a bridge between Scotland and where? It was Northern Ireland. Number 4, which company announced in July that they will no longer be printing their iconic catalogue? It's Argos. Number 5, who was regarded or who is still regarded as the nation's PE teacher? It is, of course, Joe Wicks. Number 6, which team won their first ever Premier League title in June? It was Liverpool. Number 7, what is the name given to the new rail network that construction officially started on in September? It is HS2. Number 8, who secured a record-equalling 7th Formula 1 title in November? It was Lewis Hamilton, equalling Michael Schumacher's record in the process. Number 9, Sony PlayStation launched their next generation console in November, but what was its name? It's PlayStation 5. And finally, of course, number 10, who was knighted in May at a special ceremony held by the Queen? It was Captain Tom Moore. Your final 10 questions came from Christmas entertainment. We started with number 1. Question number 1. 1957 saw the first ever televised what on Christmas Day? It was the Queen's speech. Question number 2. What do Queen, Mr. Blobby, Ed Sheeran and Lad Baby all have in common? They all have a Christmas number 1, or at least one Christmas number 1. Number 3. Lost in New York is the tagline to which Christmas movie? It's Home Alone 2. Question 4. The most watched UK TV programme of all time was the 25th of December 1986, when who served divorce papers to Angie? It was Dirty Den. Number 5. There's No One Quite Like Grandma was Christmas number 1 for whom in 1980? It was St Winifred's Choir. Number 6. Complete the Christmas movie title. Miracle on? It's Miracle on 34th Street. Number 7, which channel broadcasted the alternative Queen's speech? It was Channel 4. Number 8, what did Mariah Carey want for Christmas? Well, it was you. All I want for Christmas is you. Number 9, who recorded Do They Know It's Christmas? It was, of course, Band Aid, or Band Aid 20, or Band Aid 30. I think there's been 3 different iterations of them, but Band Aid will do. And finally then, number 10, The Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, and Voyage of the Damned are all Christmas TV shows by whom? It was, of course, Doctor Who. So that is it. That is your 30 questions for this special edition of Jay's virtual pub quiz, ideal for your workplaces. So how have you got on? Are you now sat there on a score, on the same score as someone next year, and you need a tiebreaker to work out who's going to win this? I thought you might do, so I've got one perfectly ready, and it's about our sponsor, Gordon's. So Alexander Gordon developed his London Dry Gin, his Gordon's London Dry Gin. He opened a distillery in Southwark of London, but in what year? So in what year did Alexander Gordon open his first distillery in Southwark? Give you 10 seconds. So it's a year. Whoever gets closest gets the point. So this could decide who wins your quiz overall. I'll give you the answer in 3, 2, 1. So it was opened in 1769. That's right. 1769 he opened his first distillery. So that's it. Did that help you? Did that mean that you won overall against your workmates? Did it mean that you didn't quite win against your friends? Let us know, as always. Our social media tags are there, and don't forget to tag in Gordon's. All of their links are in the description below. That's it from us. Thank you so much from myself, our sponsors Gordon's, who have really helped put together a cracking and great workplace quiz. Who knows, next year I might even be presenting it in front of you. Thank you very much. Please remember to drink responsibly through the festive period. Take care, and from me to you, have a great festive time. Take care, stay safe.